The hem is decorated with appliques in the form of large flowers symbolizing life. Ribbons sewn with an oblique wave symbolize the water element. Water. Eastern baskers live in the Lake District, so it reflects in the decoration of clothing. Kamzol, 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 sleeveless jacket. Kamzol, bright element of women's clothing. Most often they sewed from plush or satin fabric. Kamzul was decorated with colored stitching and embroidery on the pockets. They were trimmed with small points along the scarf. Shoes. Scarf. Women's shoes were varied leather boots, shoes, felt, and cotton shoes. Cotton and leather. Before you are started shoes, the top of the salad is sewn of woolen fabric. The base is made of leather. The salad is decorated with pieces of leather and appliques. It's, it's all about your costume.
Thank you, Bashki Kasyum, Natiala Bashki Kasyum. My Sveta, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so beautiful. I love the clothes, I love the ornaments and everything. That is absolutely beautiful. Though I could not really hear you clearly, I'm not so sure whether it's my end, but I love the shoes, especially the shoes that you've just showed us. They are so creative, and the different colors of your Russian traditional wear. That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. And please, if you're also in social media, let us have your pages so that we can also get to follow you and see your creative work that you're doing right there. Yeah, but that is really beautiful. When I come to Russia, I will sure get myself one of those. Thank you so much. Yeah, please let her know that we are so grateful.
Welcome to Bashkortostan.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
And Bashkortostan
region in the Russia.
Russia in Ural.
Ural, да.
Да, город.
Mountains,
Ural.
Between Asia and Europe.
Europe and Asia. Thank you.
Wow, okay, I'll definitely love to come there. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for showing us the beautiful attires, and I love the different colors. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for showing us that, and we totally love your work and what you're doing. All right, so now we get to move on. We're going to travel again to another country, and this time we're going to Rwanda, and we have an amazing designer. He was born an artist and has been in fashion for decades. He is a founder. His brand is called Inkanda House. Inkanda House designs for women and men. They mix a traditional prints, the African heritage, with modern fashion. Fashion is his everyday life. So this is none other than Mr. Patrick Muhire from Rwanda. Mr. Patrick Muhire, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. And thanks for inviting me. I don't have so many things to tell you apart from what you have been saying, but fashion is something that I started, as I've said, 10 years ago. And ever since, it keeps on changing, it keeps on growing, it keeps on evolving. We do so many things, including jewels. Apart from the attires, apart from clothes, we do accessories as well. You can see what I'm wearing right now. those are one of the things we do apart from real garments. So fashion in Rwanda is something that keeps on growing. For example, when I started, people were saying, well, what are you doing? Someone who went to school, why should you do this? But now they understand and they love it. We do so many things and people love what we do. It's something that I'm encouraging other people to do. If you're born an artist, if you went to school for art or fashion design, it's something I'm encouraging you to do. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Patrick, all the way from Rwanda. I totally love the ornament that you have, and for sure, I've met a few Rwandese, and for sure, they are fashionable people. And yes, that's absolutely amazing. I also love what you've mentioned, that you go to school and people ask you, I mean, what is this that you're doing? And our president Alice usually hosts vocational training every Tuesday, and this is what we are talking about: bringing our talent forward. Because talent is actually, your creativity can take you further than your education. Yes, education is important, but yeah, then it's also important to make use of your creativity and your talent. And this is actually what we are talking about today. Thank you so much, Patrick, for sharing that with us. I mean, next time, please bring more of that. We'd like to see more of your work and get to also know more about what you do. Please also send us your social media pages so that we get to follow you and we get to see more of your work. Thank you so much. That was Patrick Muhire from Rwanda, and we appreciate you for joining us today. All right, so now we go to South Africa, and we have Takula Sibanda. Takula Sibanda, who is the founder of Indalo Intricate. Indalo Intricate, and we want to just see what she's doing with Indalo and some of her creative works. Indalo, you're welcome. Indalo, are you here with us today? Yes, I can see she's here. Sibanda Lebuso. Sibanda, we cannot hear you. I'm not so sure. Sibanda, are you here with? Yeah, I can see you're here, but maybe you can try and mute. Sibanda, we cannot hear you yet. So probably I'm going to come to you next. Help me to just check your mic and let me know when you're good to go. So for now, I'm going to go to Malaysia, and we have Dr. Sharifa Susanna, and she's the founder of Anasu. Her collections have been showcased in international runways such as Malaysia Fashion Week, World International Ikat Textiles Symposium, and Banio Fashion Week, and many more. She is also an accomplished educator and trainer in the field of management, business administration, entrepreneurship, branding, and motivation, with countless achievements and awards. Her contribution to the fashion and creative industry is truly an inspiration. And that is Dr. Susanna from Malaysia. Dr. Susanna, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, Datin Jelina, for introducing me to this platform. I'm so glad to be here. I've been doing fashion since 2009. I started as a retailer. I have two boutiques back then before I concentrate on designing jewelry in 2013. So I started designing with accessories, all the jewelries, which are handmade and hand stitched. Um, also, I will share with you the my slide so that you can see some of my works. Hold on.
Oh, you want to share the screen?
Yes, yes, here.
All right.
It's here.
Just give me a minute. I will add you as co-host. Oh, yes, that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes, you can see it.
You can see that. Okay. All right. So these are some of, sorry, these are some of the accessories that I make. They are all handmade. I use beads, fabrics, um, depending on how, what are the things or materials that I feel like I wanted to use. And in designing, mostly involving my emotion when I create or design something. So usually, every single piece has a story. I don't quite remember what this particular piece is called because I usually have a special name for each one of them. If I'm not mistaken, this one is about the black and white of life. So it is shown with the beads that I'm using here. Okay, this one is where I use fabric in to create a jewelry. This one is called a wave of life, whereby if you can see the ruffle here is assembled the wave. Um, and this is something about flowers. And if you can see this fabric might be very familiar to all of you. Okay, and these are also some of my design. I like actually my accessory is not really traditional look. I'm going for a contemporary because I like to explore. And there's a lot of jewelry maker here who come up with the traditional design of it, which I think that I don't have to go there. I should create something which is more me. Uh, because like I said just now, whenever I design, I will put my emotion into it. And like this one, I call it the Queen of Rimba. Rimba, and this one is also Rimba means a forest in our language. So and that's why I'm using all the feathers and to represent the forest. Okay, actually, you should be proud that your African fabric is actually in our country now. Uh, in 2017, I brought Ankara fabric to my show, Borneo Fashion Week. Um, Actually, at that time, I met an international student who happened to be from Sudan. So when she got back, she asked me. I actually trained this student to become my model, and then she said, "I'm going back to my place. Would you like me to get you something?" So I said, "Please get me the fabric, the Ankara fabric." So she brought that for me, and that is how I introduced the African Ankara to our state during my show. And this is actually my latest collection, which is last year, end of last year. This fabric is actually
Wow.
a traditional fabric, which is called um, kain pelikat or sarong. This fabric is actually not meant to be worn by women. It is actually supposed to be worn by men for their casual leisure wear at home, or if they go for a prayer at the mosque, so they will wear this as a sarong. But I think I really love the motif, so I think I can turn that to be something that can be worn by women as well. And I think it looked quite amazing if we wear it like this. So yeah, this is one of the shows that I showcase this. Okay, so this is another collection that I made. This one is in 2018. I used the ikat fabric from Kazakhstan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I blend it, and I hope that I like to explore. So that's why I use a lot of fabric from different part of the world. so that I can introduce that to our country. Because there's a lot of fabric that we can really appreciate and that come from all over the world. Okay, so those are some of the things that I've created. Apart from designing jewelry and also garment, I'm also into painting. For example, let me show you my painting. If you can see this, you know, actually, I like something abstract like this, which I plan. I'm going to print it on fabric, and I am going to make some collection of out of this
Wow.
painting of mine. So sorry. This actually sold. Uh, I'm going to
Wow.
send it to my buyers tomorrow. There are three
Well,
pieces that sold. So that is actually my latest project. Um, I wanted to transform my painting into fabric so that it will be something which is very unique. No one can copy my motif or my design. So when people wear that, they know that it's come from me. So because to me, fashion creation is something very individual. Whatever we showcase, whatever we deliver to our customer is actually come from our inner self. We are It's like our emotion, our feeling that we wanted to communicate it to the people out there. So that is what I believe what fashion is. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
wow. That was absolutely amazing, Susanna. That was beautiful. I love your designs, first of all. I love your designs, and actually the Ankara combination, that was absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And I saw you have the fabric that you have that looks like this one, almost
Yes,
like this
yes,
one. I can't
definitely.
remember what name did you give it.
We call it
It's
kain
pelikat.
pelikat here.
Kain pelikat.
Pelikat.
Ah, okay. Wow. That is this
How do you
fabric
call it
is
over
uh is
there?
actually it's actually, we call it a Masai fabric here in Kenya. We call it a Masai fabric. And
Oh,
mostly,
okay.
most of the time, actually, people have actually started embracing it and making clothes with it, because most of the time it's usually just a shawl that people would use. And then the Masai people is an amazing group of people here, because of the people who lived with animals, and they're the nomadic communities, so they keep moving from one place to another. Yes, so most of the time they will just have this as they wrap it around their bodies, and they will not have any clothes. So it's amazing to see what you have done with almost the same thing. So I love your creativity right there. That was absolutely amazing. And I like what you said about including your emotions in your work. You want to feel good about it and to be excited about how you bring out your things. So I think that was amazing. So it's amazing that today we are being hosted by South Sudan, and you had a student from Sudan who brought you the Ankara fabric. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. And I also love your painting. Was that painting that you showed us at the end?
Say again.
that
Say
that
again.
was your painting?
Yes, yes, yes. That was my painting.
Wow,
Those are my
it's so
paintings.
beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful for sure. It's an amazing project you have right there. And now we can understand why you have won all those awards. Yes, you deserve it. You're doing an amazing job. So thank you so much. That
Thank
was
you so
Susanna
much.
from Malaysia. Also, please share with us your social media pages so that we can get to follow you and to see the amazing things that you're doing. Thank you so much once again, Susanna. And
Thank you.
Datin Jalina, thank you so much for bringing Susan today. She has an amazing project right there, and we totally love her
Joy.
designs.
My pleasure, because I know it is something phenomenal, and it is something that we can share globally.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. And we are also challenged, our Ankara fabric has gone all the way to Malaysia and you're using it so well. Yes, so we also need to embrace what we have and be able to, do something amazing with it. So thanks again, Susanna. We totally love your work. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next speaker. I'm going to take us to Rwanda now. Rwanda, we have another amazing lady. Her name is Karen Uwera from Rwanda. She's a founder and creative director of Cash. That's KARSSH Collections, based in Kigali, Rwanda. She also serves as a chairperson of the Rwanda Fashion Designers Association, and is Rwanda's leading designer. Wow. And she has showcased in various fashion events, such as Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Kigali, Kigali Fashion Week, Africa Tokyo Collection Fashion Show, Gender Summit Fashion Show, and CAX Fashion Show, and Festive Art Dakar Fashion Show. And that is none other than Karen. Karen from Rwanda, you're welcome. We cannot just wait to see what you have for us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. Like she said, I'm Karen Uwera, and I'm very glad to be part of this platform. So to be brief, she has said almost everything about introduction about Karen, so I'll go straight to my product. Today, I'll be showcasing a specific collection. I named it Ndabaga. Ndabaga is it's a Ndabaga collection. Ndabaga is an ancient story of a very brave girl who went to the war. Well, it's a long story, but it reflects bravery, beauty with bravery and intelligence. So I tried to make this collection. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you, Karen.
Great, great. So this collection is an integration of Rwandan culture with modern fashion. We have two outfits for our traditional outfit, two main outfits. One is the mushanana for the ladies, for the married ladies or anyone who feels adult or wants to put on adult. And we also have an ancient outfit for young girls, which is called the shabure. It used to only cover the breast area and the private part area. And then for the ladies, it is a long a combination of a blouse, wrapper, and kind of a shawl to cover them. So, but I tried to make it a dress, but called a Mushana dress, where you don't need to have those three pieces, but it still gives the look of the traditional outfit. And I also tried to integrate the Ishabure design for the young girls into a modern dress. Yeah. Into a modern dress, which is a bit covered up, not very revealing as it was in the ancient days, but fashionable as someone of this generation can relate with. So maybe can I show you briefly?
Yes, please, you can go ahead. You want to share the screen?
It's okay, I'll just go straight to the design. So
all right,
this is the
so
dress.
let me just, okay, all right.
This is the dress. It's try and put it closer. You can see it's one arm, like the short should be.
Sorry, Karen, I think we cannot, we lost your
Ensure this
voice.
was the last discard, then it's
Yeah, we cannot hear your voice.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can only hear
Can you
you
hear
from
me
a
now?
distance. Yes, that's better.
All right, I'm going to show you one of the designs, which reflects the Mushanana design. It's a one arm, but you can see it all. Yeah. And then I'll also show you the Ishabure dress. Yeah, here. covering the breast. Then it comes down, covers the private part. Then it's kind of a flowy dress.
Sorry, Karen, we cannot hear you actually.
But you can see the image. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back now.
Okay, I was trying to show you the designs. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Can you
yes, we
still
can
hear
hear you
me?
now. Yes, we
All
can.
right. This is the dress, Mshana dress, which blends the modern fashion with the traditional outfit. It's a dress with a wrapper, but normally it's a three-piece and belongs to just one dress. That shows even this is the back side. Maybe I'll carry the girl for you to see her from a distance. Yeah. And then
Wow.
there is this Ishauri dress. You can see it's only covering the breast area and this area. And then it kind of goes revealing downstairs. The back is a bit very revealing to show the young girl. And it's a flowing dress. It's a flowing dress with a long trail. Yeah. So I've also come up with the concept of a travel bag. Personally, I don't like moving with so many bags. So I came up with a concept of a travel bag that has pure leather. This is pure random leather, blended with a little bit of color. I love color as well. And yeah, so this is a travel bag that can carry everything and still give it the African touch. I don't know if I was really clear because my network is very poor, but that's basically the concept, trying to blend the Rwandan culture with modern fashion to keep the outfits the way they should be, but with a modern touch. Yeah, I think that's all I had to show for today.
Karen,
Yeah.
that was so beautiful. Yes, we lost you. We lost your voice at some point, but we did see your beautiful gowns. Ah, wow, they are so beautiful. I like the one the one you just showed us last with a tail. You know, that is really beautiful, and the bag with some African fusion. I think I totally love it. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, so
Yeah,
thank you
this
so
is also
much.
some of the jewelry I do.
Mm-hmm.
These are some
Oh,
of the
wow.
jewelry I do to go with the outfits. This is a beaded. These are beads. I use a hard background and then I surround the beads and I put some stones. These are stones. These are stones. So I keep playing around with the stones and the beads to do different things. I just showed one, but there are many more. Yeah. So this goes very well with the outfits, with the traditional outfits.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, that is absolutely beautiful, Karen. I totally love your work.
Yeah.
Wow, that is absolutely from the dresses to the bags, to the jewelry. That was absolutely beautiful, very beautiful indeed.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. We'd like to see more of your work. Please do share with us your social media pages as well, so that we get to follow you.
I will.
Yes,
Let
and
me
to see
share.
some of the things that you have.
Right
So thank
now.
you so much for sharing that with us, Karen. We totally love your work. So if
Thank
you ever come to Africa, Rwanda, Karen is the person to look for and get some of her beautiful dresses and that bag that's
Most
good for
welcome.
traveling. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Karen. Okay. So now we're going to South Africa now. I see
Sexy.
Sibanda. Sibanda, I saw you're here with us.
Thank you.
Crazy. Beautiful, sexy, crazy.
Thank you.
Yes, that's our mom from Russia. She's saying she's agreeing that yes, totally work.
Super.
Yeah, they're amazing. I think she says she loved the dress that has something at the back. Yeah, totally amazing for sure,
Yeah.
Karen. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank
so I
you.
see Sibanda, you're here with us now. Sibanda Lebuso from South Africa. Sibanda, are you there? Hi, Sibanda. I'm not so sure whether we cannot hear you yet. I am not so sure what is happening on your end. Yeah, I'm not so sure, but if when you're able to speak, please do let me know so that we can give you time. We really don't want to miss out on you today. All right, so we've had an amazing session today, and yes, we've heard from every speaker apart from Sibanda. I hope we get to hear from her at least before the end of this session. Yeah, but totally grateful. So we just open for one question, then before we close. So do we have any question? And as we wait for the question, I'm going to invite Ambassador Debbie to, to just give her remarks and her comments. And then I'm going to call on Sarah, our host today, to conclude. Ambassador Debbie from South Africa. Okay, Ambassador Debbie from South Africa. Okay, I see probably we don't have her yet. So I'm going to invite Sarah, our host. Sarah, our host, I'm going to hand it over to you for conclusion and for your closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Joy. It's been a wonderful experience learning new things. I feel inspired by all our creative speakers. It is such a wonderful show. So thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much, our speakers, for taking your time out to show us what we've learned this afternoon. And thank you to our sisters who are in Russia. We are really inspired. So thank you so much, our President Wanja, for this forum, for the creative arts. It's such a wonderful thing. So thank you so much, Joy. Back to you. Joy?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our host for today. That is Sarah, President from South Africa. And so still I see I'm not able to reach Sibanda, and so unfortunately we're going to miss out on her, but next week we are going to have her. Hopefully all will be well. I think she's having technical errors, but it's okay. We're going to have her next week. So I just want to conclude by appreciating our speakers for today. Thank you so much for showing us the amazing work you're doing right there. And yes, please remember to send us your social media pages. We'd also love to, to see your work and also buy from you, and and also share about your good work. So I think that will be good. Please be sure to share with us, and then we get to share in our platforms so that people can get to follow you as well. So thank you so much. I want to appreciate every one of you for joining us today. I believe you have learned something, and especially, making good use of the things that you feel like they are waste. You can recycle them and make them bags out of them and do something creative out of that. Yes, so that is a challenge that we've been given today by our speakers for today. So yes, I also want to appreciate our guests. Thank you for joining us today, and our presidents from different parts of this world. We totally appreciate you. And once again, thank you so much for joining us today. All right, so from my end is to wish you a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful weekend, a wonderful evening, if it's evening in your depending on where you are. And thank you so much once again for joining us today. So thank you so much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye for now.
Mm.